Good afternoon, Amcon. This is Jesse J84. I'm bringing you a little exercise video. The point of this exercise is kind of like my morning coffee. I do it when I first come down out of the stairs, before I have any coffee, anything to eat or drink. And the idea behind it is to work on my core a little bit, get the blood flowing, get myself breathing hard and recover quickly. And I'm going to be working on a lot of the support muscles. Those are the little muscles that you don't work when you're at the gym lifting weights or anything else. So generally I start out with my shoulders feet width apart. I start working out on my neck. If you're on the phone and computer a lot, this next couple of stretches will really help with that and help you open things up. So I start out by turning my head as far as I can and then go the other way. And if for some reason I'm a little stiff, I'll take and just give it a little push. Do once up or down. Do it again. Okay, and then I'll take and I'll hit the top part of my head and just kind of, you got to keep your posture straight up for this to work. And you should feel a stretch down through your shoulder blade. And just hold it for about 10 seconds. And do the other side. And it really helps with all the cramps and stuff you get in here and helps you open things up and feel up. And then these may seem a little easy, but they help you with your minor shoulder muscles that help with your support. Like when you're getting ready to pull up to hold things on straight, isn't your strong muscles, it's these little support muscles. You don't want to use any weights with these. But just take with your feet shoulder apart. Let's do 5 of these. And don't go fast, just do it slow and kind of get that stretch. You should feel a stretch in your back. Do 5, 10 of those. And then do it like this with your palms out. It helps you pull out, stretch up. During all this, breathing is very important. You want to breathe in through your mouth, in through your nose, and out through your mouth. And if you get to breathing in and out of your mouth too much, try and stop yourself, because what you'll do is you'll over-oxygenate yourself and you'll start getting the jitters. So if you're breathing in and out of your mouth, minimize it. You know, it may take you a while to get to where you got it under control, but minimize it to like 3 breaths in and out, and go in through your nose, out through your mouth. Okay, now this next step, if you've had some injuries or stuff and you can't do it, that's perfectly fine. Just do what you can. My rule of thumb is if it hurts like I'm stepping on a piece of glass, I stop and I don't do it. Anything else, stretching, pain, and whatnot can be good, but don't have to lock your knees out. You want them slightly bent, and then you want to bend over and you want to hold it. And then touch your toes or as far as you can. I tend to go to my knuckles. And I stand up, push hips forward a little bit, and then I'll do 10 of these. This helps strengthen those back muscles. Be careful. Don't overdo it with this, otherwise you'll wind up laying yourself up for a bit. This is called a dynamic stretch. That's what a lot of these are, dynamic stretches or static stretches. And you should keep enough of a cadence where it's actually starting to work your cardiovascular system a little bit. Okay, then you got some golden oldies. Take and stretch your hip out. Go the other way, hold it 4 to 5 seconds. This is another one you got to be careful. You don't want to twist anything in your back, but you want to slowly turn it the ways. You're turning your whole hips. The whole goal of this is to get your hips moving. Now the hips turn. Keep the feet planted. Hips turn. All right. Okay, for this one, you really need to pay attention to your health and your knees and your hips. If you've had significant injuries, be very careful doing this. I don't want you to hurt yourself. It's an oldie. Some people say you shouldn't do anymore because you can damage the joints, but if you do it right and you don't go too far, it really helps you build your leg strength up and get you a little steadier on your balance. And it's just an old-fashioned knee bend. A lot of people do lunges nowadays. I don't like lunges because of some of the injuries that I've had. You're going to put your hands out when you come as you go down to help hold your balance. So you just go 1, 2. I normally pop and crack a little bit when I do this, but just do what you can. You don't have to do 20, you don't have to do 30. do 5. Do that for a week, then the next week you build up. And that's with all the exercises that I'm doing. Do what you can, do what's easy, and work yourself up. Challenge yourself each morning to do a little bit more once a week. We finished the standing portion of things. We're going to start getting down on the ground. If you don't have a good comfy place to do it, get your yoga mat from Walmart for 15-20 bucks. I do this on the carpet in the living room. Right now I'm out here on the shuffleboard court. Concrete doesn't bother me any. So we're going to take one foot back, come down to a knee, bring the other knee down, sit back. You'll feel a little stretch right in through here. This is a yoga pose called downward dog. You're going to come down and you can feel a stretch to your lower back. I don't know what they call this one, but you're going to come up the other way. Again, if you can't do it, just work as close as you can until you get there. Then you can be on the all fours. This is another good one, especially if you're wearing helmets, to work on the muscles in your neck. Just kind of relax, let your head hang, and you feel a stretch. And then across your shoulders, just let them come down. A lot of people, especially when you're sitting at computers and stuff, you get used to being up like this, and that's not good for your posture. So when you're down like this, it's a good time to just, you can see how that happens. I start out like this, and I just let my shoulders go back and open things up. Then let your head hang a little bit, and then just raise it up and look through your eyebrows. Okay, and that'll help build that neck muscle up, especially if you're wearing helmets, you'll have less fatigue. All right, now we're going to go into a plank. So I'm going to come down on the ground. I'm going to put my elbows about even with my shoulders, palms out and flat in front of me. I'm going to take my toes, come up. I'm going to go up into a plank. It's important to keep good form. Start out with 30 seconds, just an easy count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And if you're shaking, shaking's normal, because this is not a normal pose and it's not as easy. I generally hold anywhere from 90 seconds to a minute 20. So that's where I'm at. I don't expect you to be there. Work your way up to it. When you get done, if you're breathing hard, just come down, catch your breath. In through your nose, out through your mouth. And then when you've recovered and you're not breathing hard anymore, bring your hands out even with the shoulders. You don't want to be too close together because this is for working your chest. And we're going to go right into a push-up. The thing about push-ups, keep good form. Keep your body straight. Don't butt you up. Don't sag. Keep straight. And just do push-ups. And you don't have to get crazy. You can do 10, 5, 15, or 20. I average 20 every morning. And if you're bored through the day, or you feel a little stressed, jump down and give yourself 20. Good way to get the blood flowing, no matter what you're doing. Okay, when you're done with that, bring a knee, switch over. We're going to go into recovery mode. Bend your knees, lay back flat, palms up, and just rest for a second. You'll feel everything relax all along through your back. Your hips will help align. Palms up, bring your shoulders back. Just take a little break. Okay, now we're going to do some more of those support exercises for our shoulder muscles, chest. We're going to reach as far as we can above us. Should be a space underneath your back. Just do a pull-up. I do about 10 of these. And all we're doing is working those little muscles. Okay, when you get to that, take your hands straight out. Relax for a second. And we're going to do flies. When you come up, squeeze your pecs together. Come up, squeeze your pecs together. This helps you learn something called Tai Sabaki, which I'll get into if you start taking classes. Tai Sabaki is body movement. And you're just getting your body used to moving certain ways. Okay, when you've done about 10, 15, or 20 of those, come down and relax. You're going to stretch this out a little bit. Now in this next exercise, it's going to be very important that you're not pulling your head. You don't want to pull. You want to be able to do the exercise with very minimal contact. And we're going to come up and twist in a crunch. At the same time, we're going to take the opposite leg and touch it to our elbow. Well, you don't have to touch it, but get close. Like this. And you don't have to get fast. Just come up, turn, and pull the leg. Turn, pull the leg. This will really hit your core. And it helped pull everything in. I started doing it to help me with my concealed carry, because my fat gut was hanging out too much. Okay, and you do a 1 count, 2 count, 2, 2, 3, 3. Like that would be 4. And just do what you can. Each week, do 1 more. Okay, and when you recover, just sit back and relax for a second. This is what I picked up in the Navy. It's a gut buster. You're going to start out, you're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then you're going to pull up. You go back down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you can only hold it for 1 or 2 or 3 or 4, that's fine. But just find your number, pull it up, and do 10 of those. And then when you get done, roll and pull yourself up. That's my morning coffee. I hope it helps you out. Guys, this is a little extra. You've all heard me talk about, I used to teach Aikido, been in martial arts most of my life, been out of it, thinking about getting back into it and sharing what I know with you. If you're interested, one of the things I need you to start doing is wrist stretches, because we do a lot of wrist locks, throws, and arm throws. So we're going to start out. The first one is Ikkyo. You're going to bend your wrist, take your hand, palm it up there, and you're just going to push up a little bit and hold it. And then just do that about 4 or 5 times on each wrist. Again, if it hurts too much, don't do it. Just push it to the point where you start feeling the pull down your forearm and in your wrist. Okay. The next one is called Ni-Kyo. We're going to take and fingers up, thumb over, pull straight into you as much as you can, and you're going to twist up. So it's in, up. Okay. Do that several times. Do the same thing. Pinky up. Thumb right over the top, pull in and up, in and up. Okay, Sankyo's next. You're going to take your thumb, put it right over your big knuckle, wrap your hands around your pinky finger, twist your hand out and push out. You'll feel this really in your shoulder, and it's a good stretch for your shoulder. Again, do both hands. Like I said, thumb over knuckle, wrap your fingers around the pinky, push out. And as you come in, turn in. Okay? The next one's Kotegaeshi. You're going to take your hand, put your palm right towards you, wrap your fingers around here, put your thumb on the knuckle again. Doesn't really matter where this finger goes, it can go on either side. Some of your Aikido purists will say one way or the other. You're going to bring the wrist in and you're going to pull down and out. Down and out. Down and out. Same thing on the other side. You can see where I did my finger on that one, different hands. But it can be right in here is where your thumb needs to go, and you're mainly pushing in and pulling right there on your wrist. So you pull it, go down and out. Down and out. And you'll feel that in your wrist all the way up through your forearm. Hope you can try that out.